Check this art out. Check this out and tell me I'm not the best. Tell me I'm not the best. Tell me. I am the freaking best. I'm the freaking best. I am the best. I'm literally the best. I'm literally like the next Da Vinci. I'm the next Da Vinci. Look at this. Look at this. Soul. Soul. Look at this shit. I am literally the best. I'm the best. I'm the best in the business. I'm the best in the business. I'm the best in the business. Alright, I was gonna learn Japanese, but no, we're gonna learn okay, let me just turn this off for a sec. You guys will not believe the lockdown that I'm gonna have right now. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Sometimes you just need something to push you, man. Really. Let's get some music playing too. What do you want to play? We could play. Whew! Come on. All right. Uh, very common use case for programming is handling files, handling data stored in files. Programs can read data from files and write the computed results to files. Even large amounts of data become easy to process automatically when files are used. Of course, on this course, we only deal with text files. All the files used will consist of lines of text. An example of the visual video code editor this course works. Even though word processors such as Microsoft Word are usually used with files that contain text, Word documents themselves aren't text. They contain formatting information and are encoded in a way that makes putting them in a program more complicated. So if you have a file called example.txt, here are the contents. Hello there. This example file contains 3 lines of text. This is the last line. I wonder if it's indexed, so like 0, 1, 2, or is it 1, 2, 3? Well, if we're looking at this, there it's 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing it's like 1, 2, 3. Um, a simple way to include files in a Python program is to use the with statement. My lip hurts so much and I can't. You have no idea how annoying that is. Oh my god, it hurts so much. Oh god damn. A simple way to include files in a Python program is to use the with statement. The with the with statement. The header line opens the file and the block where the file can be accessed follows. Header opens the file and then everything else follows. Um, where the file can be accessed follows. After the block, the file is automatically closed. It can no longer be accessed. So the following code opens the file, reads the content, prints the and closes the file. Opens the file, takes whatever content it is and puts it into contents, and then we print content. When you say new file.read, uh, we make sure that the new lines are like where they're supposed to be. That's the variable new file uh, above is a file handle, so we can access the file and it can be accessed while it is open. Here we use read, which returns the content of the file as a single string. So in this case, the string is returned by read would be. So since it has to be a single string, all the new lines where they are supposed to be is denoted by /n. Going to the contents of the file, the read method is useful for printing out the contents of an entire file, but more often we want to go through the file line by line. Right, so we wouldn't want everything to be gone in one go. We would want to read it by line rather than taking everything in one go. Although /n is there, although it will print it with new lines, we still want um, we still want to read it by line more often than not. So we then can go through and uh, we can make the text file as a list of strings, each string representing a single line in the list in the file. We can go through the list with a for loop. The example reads our example file using a for loop, removes line breaks from each line, counts the number of lines, and prints each line number. It also keeps track of the length of the lines. So we open it, we make a count and a variable and a total length variable, and then for line in new file, we say line is line.replace /n with nothing. So we say that a line is whatever it is until the /n, and you replace that with nothing. So when we do that with the first line, then we increase the count once, and then we print that line. We say what number of the line it is, and we say um, sorry. We say line, and then the line number, and the line itself. Then we also say length is equals len line, and we say what the total length is. I mean, we calculate total length with 0 initially, and then we print out the total length. Okay? So let's understand how this line dot replace thing is working. So it seems to go. I'm guessing since we're not doing dot read, it's not like we're taking the entire thing, right? We're saying when you say for line and new file, we are literally going actually line by line, and all we're simply doing is we're just removing that /n at the end. There's a line break at the end of each line in the file, but the print function. Okay. So what we can do is, do we have an example of txt? Okay, fine. We'll just keep reading. We'll do what I'm thinking a bit later. There's a line break in each. Then the print function also adds a line break by default. There are no extra line breaks in the printout above. So it's not as though this adds the /n. No, there is a /n over here. There's a /n over here. There's a /n over here. When we read it, we include those in. But when we do print, going line by line, we don't want to print hello there's /n, /n, /n. because we already actually have a slash n that we're adding in as the result of the print function being used. So we remove that by using dot replace. Um, this way the length of the lines are also calculated correctly. Okay. So what we want to do is with open. Okay. So we're saying with open. Is that the function? Okay. Alright. So we want to open with open uh, numbers dot txt as numbers. Okay. So can we just for line in no such file or directory numbers.txt? Uh, An executive code might complain about not finding the file, even though you have checked and double checked the checked and double checked file name was written correctly and the file exists. Does it exist? I don't know if it exists. Is it here? Well, that's a lot of numbers. So like we're actually using data now. Um, okay. So okay, I'm gonna just close my screen for a second because I don't want anything weird to pop up. Um, so changing the following setting may fix the problem. Open settings from the menu, file preferences, file preferences, file preferences settings. Woo! Preferences is not there. File settings. Um, find the relevant setting with the search term execute in file. Execute in file. Python terminal executing file selected. Sweet, it works. Okay, I will. I'm on the path. I'm hoping that it's gonna be buggy. Okay. Now, okay. Notice how we have two line breaks now, right? We have one line. Uh, we have one line break going from here to here, another break going from here to here. That is because we have two, right? Like if you see here, there's a line break here, and we're adding a line break because of the print function. So we want to, if we can say all equals to line dot replace. How did you do it? Like this? Um, slash n as this. Is that what they did? And then parent wall. Then it should be just like back to back to back. Oh, oh, it's this? Really? Okay, that's funny. And even better, maybe if we did this again, would it turn it into one single line? Because it comes after the print function. Wait, so now, what did they want us to do? Which reads and returns the largest number in the file. So what we can do is turn this into a list, right? So it's um, largest equals to this, and so then I say uh, what largest dot append or portion. Largest dot append. Yeah, it's permanent. And largest dot append log. And then after finishing everything, I want to do largest dot sort, and then I want to do print largest. Is it the smallest? Alright, buddy. Uh, look at that, it's beautiful. Come on, baby. Really? But returns of value, but should we do this? Oh, it wants us to return, that doesn't help. Features of type string. A girl, a girl. Alright, big basket. Rainbow CSV extension from Mechatronic it's what crazy something. Alright. Alright. So CSV is short for comma separated values is a text type which contains data separated by a predetermined character. The most common characters used for this purpose are the comma, the semicolon, semicolon, but inherent characters these are commonly used to store different records of different kinds. Perfect digital kinds many database and spreadsheet programs as I said can import and export data in CSV format. So CSV is still a file. It's just separated by a predetermined character. Um, what do you mean by separated? It's like as in like it's a big like matrix or something? Um, or a big list? Or is it like a big dictionary or something? Okay, so many database and spreadsheet programs blah, blah, blah. We already learned how we can go through the lines with a for loop, but how can we separate the different fields on a single line? Python has a string method split just for this purpose. The method takes the separator characters as a string. Um, I'm just gonna check. We had a I don't know they did that. Alright, so we already learned that we can go through the lines in for loop, how to separate the things. So this but method takes the separator character as a string as method takes the separator character as a string argument and returns the contents of the target string as a list of. So we have text which is monkey banana hot. If we say words is text dot split with the argument as comma, but it makes a list with monkey, comma, banana, comma, hot word, and then we just print out the word. Let's assume we have a file, grades.csv, which contains the names of students and the grades. Each line is a data of a single student, and the data is separated by a semicolon. The following program goes through the line by line and splits it into separate parts and prints out the name and the grades of the code. Combine in a new file. First, we want to replace that slash n, and then we want to turn it into each part. So we say a big list of parts. So it's Paul, comma 5, comma 4, comma 5, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 5, comma 4, comma 2, comma 4. And that's for all of them, and all of them are equal lengths. Not necessarily, but now we say name is part 0, you're correct, and grades is part 1 to n. Also correct. Print name is name, and the grades is, and it's going to print out a list of grades. Okay? Good market, already? I mean, for real. I've been sitting here for 2 minutes. Music is oh, emotionally unavailable. Okay. Contains the names of fruits and their prices in the use a function called read fruits that read fruits that which reads a file returns a dictionary based on their contents. In the dictionary, the name of the fruit should be the key, and the value should be its price. Price should be if that float. Function does not take any argument. So with then roots, E and B as alga. Is that how you're supposed to do it? with open as right here. With open this as the so for line in file um, line sorry, lol equals to line dot. Okay, let's not use these words. Current line uh, and equals to line dot place slash slash and this. And I want to okay, let's just print current for now. Uh, progressively. So now I want to say 30 and we'll say um, current Rudy equals to current dot split and it's split by a semicolon. Mm-hmm. Then we want to print now it's gonna have um what is this gonna be? Hmm. So now I want to make a dictionary where the first is the key and the second. So I want to say yep, six, six something. Yeah, yep. So then I say um root, right, comma. How do I set this again? Rudy zero equals to Rudy. Uh, nice. Now the one problem is that this is gonna be which reason file returns the picture based on the return. Okay, the file matrix.txt contains a oh we're using a matrix now. Contains a matrix in the format specified in the example. do all of them have the same number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 7. And two functions named matrix. Both go through the matrix file, and then return the sum of the elements by the element of the greatest value means of the greatest number in the entire matrix. Please also write a function row sums which returns a list. Row sums which returns a list containing sum of each matrix. For example, call the row sums when the matrix is defined as 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 and 9. It returns a list of 6. You can also include other helper functions. It is very worthwhile to spend a moment considering which functionalities are shared by the three functions you were used. Notice how the three functions do not take any arguments, but any helper functions do take arguments. How you're working with will also always remain. So, first, now this is going to be just it with open matrix as also like see that you can imagine that as like an imaginary slash n. Um, anyway. Oh, what are we doing? The row sum. Done, done. Herkes in şaşırdı. Look at sum of the entire matrix. So then you can definitely use row sums, right? Because you can just add in all the rows, all the sums of all the rows. Whereas matrix max would be a bit different. I would be taking like the largest number from one row and then comparing it with the largest number of the next row. Um, Dude, whatever you say. Actually, I want to. Issue. Because I am very cool. Let's see. That does not look right. Does not look right at all. What is the matrix? Oh wait, never mind. Is it actually? Is there where this should be fine? Hell yeah. Okay, sweet. So therefore, this is good. Nice. Now the next function that we want to write is matrix sum. So now what matrix sum is gonna be def matrix matrix is gonna take it. So what we want to do is we want to return from, right? And so if we return friend, return sum to the list, then we say sum dot list is equals to row sums. So matrix sum takes the list. So I want to do matrix sum. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120. Matrix sum is sumless. So now that looks list of numbers, essentially just what is the biggest number is sumless. Um, oh yeah, it's matrix sum. Um, sure. Can we do this? Function object is not iterable. Okay. Now matrix max. So matrix max is we take the max number. Okay, what is matrix max is? Or the element and then return the sum of the elements or element with the greatest value. So okay, after I complete this, I'll just get off. So this is simple. Um, we have a list now. We have a list numbers at the end of this. We have list numbers. We have to find out what the list number. Problem is that the list is in. How can I turn the list that's made out of this? All my browsers just closed. Sweet. Okay. Whatever. Do I care? No, I don't care. Okay. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? It's a list, and I can say in for item in numbers, for item in numbers, and I can say um, how can I? Use code with caution. Okay, John. Yeah. So I freaking hate these conversations so much, man. It's like we're turning into some kind of business. Who gives a shit about how big the thing is? And they're showing on it, like, dude. Oh my god, it's gross. Anyways, I want to turn into int numbers. I want to figure out the biggest number. So first of all, let's just say largest is equals to 0, right? And so then I just say large. What's the issue? Okay. So then I'll say if item is greater than largest, if item is greater than largest, then largest equals to item. And then at the end of this we return largest. Okay, that should be it. So let's not do either of these right now. Let's just do matrix max. Okay, let's see. Item largest. Now this is a string, this is an integer. So I want to do for item. So I turn this into an int. Int item. This is int and string. Largest is what's the issue? What is the issue? Can we print items for a sec? Let's see. Print item. Okay, they're all strings, I believe. It's the problem. Int item is greater than largest, and largest equals to item. Largest equals to int item. Sorry. What's the issue? What is the issue? Why are we not printing anything? Yum yum yum. Okay, sweet. So now we're just gonna return this. I'm gonna turn all of this into this. Okay, ensure that call matrix sum can be made. will one of the functions make? Why is this not done? Okay. Please also ensure that the call matrix can be made. Can we not do matrix sum on its own? We need to have matrix sum with something? Oh, but why? It makes life so easy. Okay, so if you don't want to use anything, dude, that is so annoying. Um, ugh, um, everything else should be fine though, yeah. Okay. So matrix sum, we have to make it so that it doesn't use anything. So that list, nuh-uh. That's a big nuh-uh. So what we can do is we can just copy this. And we just be like, bam. And so now we have this big list of number of sums. And so we're gonna say one, yep. So lol is equals to 0 for item in tot. Yep, that should be good enough for me. Return well, should that matrix is it still should the call matrix sum can be made? What's the issue? Matrix sum doesn't use anything. It can be made, can it not? For item thought, yeah, int object is not iterable. For item in tot is going to be for item in tot. Why? What do you mean? Have you turned them back into a int object is not iterable? Hmm. G. Huh. I'm almost done. What do you mean it's not iterable? I'm so confused. It is a single number. Oh, it's sums. It's sums. It's sums, dude. It's sums. It's sums, bro. My bro guy. Alright, that's enough for tonight, I think. It's a lot more, but oh my god, there's a lot more. Alright, they weren't joking around. See you guys. It's a good hour. Yeah, it's a good hour.